You're most welcome to today's talk. Today I make a Betrayal Jun Mastermind Farming made easy. To get this started, this is Jun. You'll encounter her in maps and get attacked by the immortal syndicate. The main point of this strategy is to get all the intelligence to find the mastermind at the top of the board with the 100% intelligence fast and with Aisling 4 in research because she can add a veiled mod and 2 if you're lucky to an item. She doesn't need to be the safe house leader, though. She can be anywhere in research. To get intelligence to the Mastermind safe house, you must raid a syndicate safe house for valuable loot. You can raid a syndicate safe house when you have 100% intelligence to that safe house. You get 10 intelligence per turn for 3 turns after raiding a syndicate safe house because the leader gets interrogated, so it takes 4 syndicate safe houses to get the 100% intelligence to the Mastermind safe house. You get better loot from the safe house the higher the star of the members, so getting 3-star the better, being 3-star being the max. There are 4 safe houses: transportation, fortification, research, and intervention. You gain intelligence to a safe house when you interrogate someone and bring them in for 3 turns of questioning. A turn is 1 encounter with the immortal syndicate, like doing 1 full intervention, 1 full research, etc. is an encounter. And then sometimes they offer intelligence for a bargain, but it's a lot less intelligence than if you would interrogate them, but then they don't lose their stars and aren't held in jail for 3 turns. So sometimes instead of interrogating and bringing them to jail and making them lose the stars, you could bargain, and that's instead of killing them even. Yep. So then you may be able to gain more intelligence out of a member by ranking them up to 3 stars first, then either bargaining or interrogating them for 3 turns for massive intelligence. So like if you're dealing with a 1-star Hillock, it's probably better to 3-star him first and then deal with him, or 2 or 3 stars is probably better than 1. That's what I would recommend. So I prefer to rank up low rank members first before handling the 3-star members in an encounter, and then I'll usually interrogate them. So I even have an example here. Just give me a second. Okay, so here we have, I took a picture, and this was an actual encounter in game. So it's a 0-star Elrion, and I also saw a 3-star Varici at the same time, both of transportation. So what I would do here in this case, when I'm trying to get my safe house and try to get my immortal safe house, the mastermind safe house, I would rank up Elrion and move him to transportation, and because I have the Atlas passives, he gains 2 ranks, and then I would take the Varici and I would interrogate him for the 36 transportation intelligence, because he's already 3-starred and he doesn't gain anything for rank. Like, you can just execute him and he doesn't do anything. He may give you like an item or something, but I want the intelligence and the stars and the rank up. So yep, next, let's continue. So yeah, I want to rank them up to 3 stars, then either bargain or interrogate them for 3 turns for massive intelligence. I prefer to rank up low members before, and then I'll usually interrogate them after I get them to 3-star or 2-star. Now to bring this full circle, let's imagine I just start June for the first time. My board is empty. This is you. I don't know if I even have Aisling on the board, and I have no intelligence, but I have a lot of master missions. Like, let's say you have a lot of June missions, but you have not touched this at all. And so not having Aisling on the board is bad, right? You don't know if you have her or not, and you need her on the board in the 14 members, because this doesn't include all the members. You can actually remove people and it will bring new people into the board. And so my main goals would be to rank up the members I find as you're like doing June. So let's say you do a map with June, you'll find an encounter, you do transportation. My main goal would be to rank up those members I find, which are completely new. Every single person I haven't seen on the board that's blank. I want to rank those up to 2 to 3 stars to get more intelligence. So like where I had the Elrion, rank him up. You'll have them all at 0 or 1, just rank them up. get him to 2 or 3, and then you can start getting intelligence. Since I know I need to get at least 4 syndicate safe houses just to get the mastermind. It's a lot before I can even challenge the mastermind. Until I find Aisling on my board and I know she's already on the board, I will continue to remove people every chance I get. So the example here is you'll be offered like interrogate, execute, bargain, all these things, but sometimes it'll offer you to remove the person or remove the other person as of part of that encounter from the entire board completely. Remove from the syndicate, and then you'll get a new member. And if you don't have Aisling, well, then that's how you get it onto the board in general. That will happen, so I highly recommend while you're still figuring out who you have on your board, you might as well kick out anyone who isn't Aisling, basically. It just makes sense, because you really need the Aisling on the board as soon as possible, and the sooner the better. Yep. So I recommend looking at what each member offers you at the end of an encounter first, especially early until you have Aisling. You want to see if there's any remove options, because so you saw how I showed you those two. Well, let's say you dealt with the first one, but the second guy had a remove option and you didn't check him. It can change based on the decisions you make. So that's why I like to deal with the low star members first, then the 3-star members, because it's usually that you'll still be able to interrogate, and you want to interrogate a 3-star member for their intelligence. Mastermind made easy, by the way. Okay, next. So yeah, I recommend looking at what each member offers you at the end of the encounter, looking for remove. You want Aisling on the board as soon as possible. Now, let's assume we got Aisling. Yay, we got Aisling on the board. But, oh no, she's the leader of transportation. How do I get her to research? So let's say it wasn't Haku here, it was Aisling. She's stuck here. I can't even find her. She never shows up in my maps. What the heck, dude? How do I get her to move to research? So, to find a safe house leader in a map, the intelligence for the safe house has to be 50% or more. But if she never shows up as you're filling this to 100, because it goes 50 to 100, and then you have the safe house, and you have Aisling in a transportation safe house, what you can do is run the transportation safe house with Aisling, and then at the end, when you run it, you get to interrogate the leader of the safe house to get the mastermind intelligence, right? 10 per thing, 3 turns, 30 intelligence for a safe house. And so I would highly recommend to run the safe house with the Aisling, and that will interrogate her. That will take her out of transportation into the jail, and then she will come out as a free unit that you can then try to force into research, which I will explain in a second. So yeah, you don't actually need to find her in a map if she's the leader, and then you can just interrogate her out. And if you find her as non-leader, same thing, find her and then interrogate her out of there and try to get her into research, which is when she comes out of the 3 turns and she's free, so right after the last turn and she's free, she will then maybe show up in the next encounter. So if you choose to save your research encounter in the map for when you have Aisling free, that might increase your chances of getting Aisling to research. So after the 3 turns of interrogation, you can try to do specifically the research encounter, which is always the same encounter at the door to go to the underground lab with the scientists and the machines. But if you do get attacked by the other safe houses or whatever while you're trying to get a research one, so you get attacked by transport, fortification, or intervention, and Aisling shows up and she's helping the other ones and she's part of them and you don't want her to be there, just interrogate her a second time. Or you can skip if she doesn't have an option, like if she doesn't go anywhere and she's still in the middle, you can actually choose the skip option. Instead of jailing her again, so you don't have to wait 3 turns, and then you could skip and you could try to do the research right after and hope she shows up again. But like if she doesn't go into the research and she goes into another safe house again, like another team, then you'll just have to interrogate her again and try to get her into research again. It can be a little bit finicky, like hard to set up, but it's so much to set up the 100 intelligence for the mastermind that you usually will get Aisling into research. Like I have it here, but now she's the leader of the research, so it's kind of difficult to get her 3-starred. But like I said, got her over 50, and now she should show up in a map, and we're fine. We're on the final stages of getting another 4-star Aisling, which this is my 4th one. Yep. So then the final thing is you finally get Aisling in research, and you finally have her where you want her. You have to get her to 3 stars. So you have to get her and then rank her up instead of interrogating or getting her out of here. Don't remove her from the syndicate. Don't do that. Now, let's say you have your 100 mastermind intelligence and your Aisling 3-star in research. You're ready to go. That was the goal. You did it. You now will be able to get your Aisling 4. But before you run the mastermind, a little tip. You actually you can rank up the stars of the other people, and they will be ranked up by 1 more when you kill the mastermind. So these will also be 4-starred. So I'll have a 4-star Janice, 4-star Riker, 4-star Leo, 4-star Vegan, 4-star Gravicus, 4-star Verici, and then they actually, where they are also matters. But I don't really care about the other loot. It's just going to be free loot for me in SSF Hardcore, where the main thing I need or want is the Aisling Slam. So that's the main thing I'll be going for. But you technically could get 14 4-star rooms of rewards. It's pretty cool. And they could all be in their set special spot to get their best reward. But yeah, I'm not going to be doing that. I just run my mastermind as soon as I have an Aisling 4 ready in research. And, that is us for today. Now I'm going to take this opportunity to thank my Patreon and my YouTube members who financially support the channel. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye!